Hey guys, welcome to another Dueling book episode. This is your main man, Jet Black. If you like this video, make sure to like this video and also subscribe so that you know whenever new videos come in. And if you're one of those ultra dedicated fans, make sure to hit that bell so that you'll be a part of the notification squad. And you'll always know when the next live stream is beginning to air. So, welcome again to everyone. The last video seemed to do rather well for the short amount of time that it's been on. I surprisingly went a whole hour or so without losing any duels. I think I did like 4 duels, and for a variety of reasons didn't lose any of them. So that was interesting. Now I'm going to walk you through the current Metal Foes Indestruct deck, describe it for some people who don't know what the actual point of this deck is, and also talk about how it's improved over time to the point that it's currently at. By no means is this Metal Foes deck a quote-unquote good deck, but it does something different, and that's the main reason why I play it. I like the Metal Foes. I like their designs. I like that most of them are normal monsters, and I like this play style, and I'd really like it if a new archetype was able to do what the Metal Foes do, but possibly better or possibly with a different style to the cards, maybe even something that I could splash into the Metal Foes deck. That would be interesting, at least to me. So jumping back here, let's talk about what the point of this deck is. So the point, I have a message from Sitting Egg 6. Yeah, I messaged him earlier. He wanted to battle on the last live stream, but I didn't have time. My laptop charge is a big thing because I'm no longer live streaming from the dorm where the laptop would normally be plugged up while I was live streaming, where it would be a convenient place to do so and things like that. So laptop charge was important. Also, I had a lot of different things I needed to do. So of course I needed to end the stream. Also was kind of getting a little late, and it wasn't a late night lamer, even though it probably should have been. Anyways, so I messaged him that we should be able to do it later, and he said all good. I'm not sure if he is currently online, but after I'm done doing an overview of the deck, I'll make sure to message him back and see if he's available to duel this time around. That'll be pretty interesting. So the point of this deck is to get a Metal Foes monster onto the field that is stronger than any of my opponent's monsters. Like, no matter, even if their monster has 10 billion attack points, my monster will always be stronger than their monster, is the idea. So to get a Metal Foes monster that's stronger than anything my opponent can put on the field, that's also immune to my opponent's card effects. So that's monster effects, spell effects, trap card effects. We're just stopping everything. So you may be wondering, how do you do that with Metal Foes, which is an archetype that's built up on normal monsters? There's only one Metal Foes monster that has effects, and it's not even in the deck. So how are you supposed to get a monster that has attack that's always higher than the opponent's and is unaffected by spell trap monster effects? So the main way that we do this is that with the field play spell card that is used with Metal Foes, they gain attack and defense. This isn't as important, the attack and defense gain. What's important is that the Metal Foes monsters I control, as long as there is a Metal Foes card in the Pendulum Zone, are immune to my opponent's card effects, or less immune and more unaffected by. So because of this field play spell card, I can have all my Metal Foes monsters on the field be unaffected by my opponent's card effects as long as I keep a Metal Foes monster in the Pendulum Zone. This is, of course, vulnerable to being hit by an MST or a Twin Twisters. For example, someone could MST the field play spell card. Someone could MST a Metal Foes monster in the Pendulum Zone. And if it's the only one, then my field play spell card has no effect. People could Twin Twisters, not only hit my field play spell card, but also hit my Metal Foes monster, so knock both off the field at the same time. So it's definitely vulnerable to being hit, which is why the deck needs defenses against Twin Twisters and why it needs defenses against MST. And also there are monster effects that can do the same thing as well. Then jumping into how do I make a Metal Foes monster, considering that, like, 3 of my Metal Foes monsters have literally no attack. And by 3, I mean Stealing, but I have 3 copies of Stealing. So really, one of my Metal Foes monsters, who I have a high chance of drawing because I run 3 of, has actually no attack. How do I make it stronger than any monster my opponent controls? And the answer to that is Moon Mirror Shield. Moon Mirror Shield is actually rather interesting because it doesn't just take into account my opponent's attack, it takes into account my opponent's defense, but essentially makes it where the monster that is equipped with Moon Mirror Shield will gain 100 plus my opponent's attack or defense, depending on whether my opponent's monster is in attack or defense position. Well, not whether or not my monster is in attack or defense position, but whether or not my opponent has higher attack or higher defense. So even if I'm facing like a super heavy samurai who has really high defense and attacks with their defense, my attack for my monster will still become 100 plus their defense, so I'll still be stronger than them. Not only that, but it also increases my monster's defense, which I hadn't paid attention to before because it hasn't really been relevant. Rarely has anyone put my monsters into defense position when they've had Moon Mirror Shield that wasn't face down defense position, sadly, due to me not having the field play spell card on the field at the same time as having Moon Mirror Shield. So that defense boost is actually really important because someone can't just put me into face-up defense position and then automatically win. Moon Mirror Shield not only allows for someone like Stealing to hit over something like Chaos Max, right? But it also allows for really interesting battles. For example, like yesterday, also, let's wait a moment for the phone to ring for a little bit. While the phone's ringing, nope, phone ringing has stopped. Cool. So I'll just jump right back in. Yesterday, if you haven't seen yesterday's live stream duels, I recommend that you check them out. There's one match that I had where I faced an opponent whose monster could not be destroyed by battle and had a base attack of 3,000, but every time he took battle damage from battles involving that monster, his monster would gain the battle damage as attack. But because my monster had Moon Mirror Shield, constant climb, in which my monster is always stronger than his, and his monster will always bridge the gap in strength once he takes battle damage, but then my monster will always overcome that gap. So it caused this really interesting dynamic where even though his monster would never die and continually get stronger, my monster would also never die and continually get stronger. So my opponent ended up withdrawing from the match due to, for one, they didn't like link format, which is fair. Link format doesn't seem to be for everyone, even though I personally really love link format. And two, it wasn't an unstoppable force versus an immovable object. The object was being moved, was the issue. So these two cards, of course, as well as all of these metal foes, are extremely important. The desired hand to have would be 2 metal foes monsters. So these 2 would be fine. And the 2 metal foes monsters is a little vague. So the 2 metal foes monsters preferably would be these first 9 because they're all metal foes monsters that you can play directly to the field with a normal summon. That being said, Volflame is really good to be able to get on the field if you're having trouble getting Moon Mirror Shield out, or even if you have everything in your hand, but you're also able to get Volflame on the field with Moon Mirror Shield and being immune to your opponent's card effects, even if your opponent happens to blow up Moon Mirror Shield and for some reason not your field play spell card, then you still have a pretty strong monster. So even if your opponent can just wreck house over you, you're not taking the full damage as you would if, let's say, you had Stealing on the field and your opponent blew up Moon Mirror Shield. Now, jumping back in to talking about the importance of the field play spell card and Moon Mirror Shield, the desired hand you want are 2 metal foes monsters, the field play spell card, Moon Mirror Shield, and probably Dark Bribe, so that you're able to counter an opponent's move to try and get rid of your spell cards. You also want to go first so that you can set up board, because if your opponent can prevent you from setting up board, this will just not go off. You'll never get your indestructible metal foe. So you really want a good first turn draw. What I find is that you'll be able to assemble most of the board that you want, getting either the field play spell card or Moon Mirror Shield or the appropriate number of metal foes at the very beginning, and probably one other element. So 2 out of 3 elements is what I've noticed. So I can get the monster set up on the board and the field play spell card, but not get Moon Mirror Shield until deeper into the game. Or I can get a monster and Moon Mirror Shield really early on, but not get the field play spell card, or not have enough metal foes monsters to get out so that I have one in the pendulum zone and one in the field for the field play to take effect. There are different things like that. So you have to look out for when you don't get all the pieces and be able to work around that. So the question is, how do you make a deck with so few monsters? Because normally my policy is to run 20 monsters so that half my deck is monsters and the other half is built up of utility-based spells and traps, as well as direct support for whatever you're playing, spell and traps, with 10 utility and 10 support. So to run so few monsters, how do you keep a deck like this consistent? The way that I do it is I run 3 Hidden Armory. Now, Hidden Armory, I really don't like that it's not as simple as Terraforming. They essentially are the same type of card, but Hidden Armory makes you do way more and jump through way more hurdles and possibly jeopardize your own play, where Terraforming is just a perfectly good card. Hidden Armory, if you didn't know about Terraforming, may sound all right. You send the top card of your deck to the graveyard, and then you add 1 equipped spell card from your deck or graveyard to your hand. You cannot normal summon / set during the turn you activate this card. So if you play Hidden Armory on your first turn, and you have all the other pieces that you need, but you don't have enough to pendulum summon, or you don't have unexpected die, then you just can't summon that turn. You just won't be able to do it. You can't normal or special based on how the deck works. So that's really upsetting. And you may be like, no, they put that in there so it'd be more balanced or whatever. But for one, most equips aren't even really that good. Just saying. And then field play spell cards, for a lot of decks, they're necessary for them to really work well. And Terraforming is just such an easy card. It's a card for a card. You play Terraforming, and it allows you to add 1 field spell card from your deck to your hand. And Terraforming goes to the graveyard, so everything's great. One thing that I do like about Hidden Armory is that if you send the top card of your deck to your graveyard and it happens to be your equipment, you can still grab your equipment out of the grave. So that's perfectly fine. And then you don't have to worry about going through and searching or having to shuffle your deck or anything. So that actually is perfectly... I like that. That's kind of cool. I really wish they reprinted Hidden Armory or made a new card that was similar to Hidden Armory. But it just didn't cancel your normal summon / set during your turn. If I could still normal summon or set during the turn, Hidden Armory, I would have less complaints about. It really should just be like Terraforming, in my opinion, where it's a card for a card. Because I essentially, well, potentially, I spend 2 cards for Hidden Armory, but I could just mill the equipment and then just grab the equipment straight, so then Hidden Armory only costs 1 card for a card. So it's weird. But Hidden Armory, so that I can more consistently get Moon Mirror Shield out and into my hand. Terraforming, of course, so I can more consistently get my field play spell card out into my hand. Then Painful Decision, which, in case you don't know what Painful Decision does, you send 1 level 4 or lower normal monster from your deck to the graveyard, which is literally every monster in the deck except for Volflame. Cool. So you send 1 copy of them from the deck to the graveyard. Then add 1 card with the same name as that card from your deck to your hand. So it essentially can allow you to search any Metal Foes monster in this deck that's not Volflame by sacrificing one of them for the deck, one of them from the deck. So Painful Decision is essentially a 2-for-1, similar to that of Hidden Armory, but it doesn't feel as bad for me to play Painful Decision as it does for me to play Hidden Armory. I really prefer card effects where my opponent draws a card over card effects where I have to discard or lose cards, because my deck is based around trying to get specific cards into my hand. And if I get rid of something important, it's rather disappointing. That being said, Painful Decision makes it more consistent for me to get a Metal Foes monster that I can play directly to the field. So that's cool. Then we have Summoner's Art, which, in case you don't know what that does, add 1 level 5 or higher normal monster from your deck to your hand. And of course, that only applies to Volflame. I normally use Summoner's Art in order to get Volflame to hand so I can put them in the Pendulum Zone. Because like I said before, if you have the field play spell card, your monster, Moon Mirror Shield, but you have no other monsters that you can put in the Pendulum Zone, suddenly having a monster that you can play is really important. And Painful Decision can allow you to get a monster to put in your Pendulum Zone. But so can Summoner's Art. Also, Summoner's Art is really good because you really don't want to draw into Volflame after your first turn. And really, in your first turn, drawing into Volflame can be pretty bad if you didn't get any other Metal Foes. So I like to get Summoner's Art out of the way to pull these Volflames out of the deck so that I'm not just drawing them. If I drew continual Volflames and none of the things I really needed, I would actually be pretty upset. It stops the deck from going off as easily. I also run Unexpected Die. Unexpected Die is really good due to Hidden Armory stopping you from being able to just normal summon on the turn that you get your equipped spell card. So with Unexpected Die, if you control no monsters, special summon 1 level 4 or lower normal monster from the deck. So what you do is you play Hidden Armory, send the top card from your deck to your graveyard, then pull Moon Mirror Shield from your deck. Now you can't normal summon, no problem. Play Unexpected Die. Unexpected Die will get your monsters to the field, and then you equip them with Moon Mirror Shield. Oh, as simple as that. So these are the different ways that I try and make the deck more consistent. And they're also good ways of thinning the deck out so that you're just getting to what you want faster. At least that's what you hope for. The answers in this deck, so this is moving away from support being things that normally make you more consistent, to utility being more interaction-based cards normally, to where you're able to stop your opponent from doing certain things or punish your opponent for doing things. So I run 1 Mystical Space Typhoon because sometimes you just don't have your Dark Bribe out in time for you to take out like a continuous spell card or a continuous trap card or a field play spell card, which are unaffected by cards that can only negate and destroy upon activation. So Mystical Space Typhoon is a necessity for those situations. Sadly, I have lowered Mystical Space Typhoon's countdown to 1. And the reason why is because for some reason I thought it would be better to have Dark Bribe at 3. I think I remember my reasoning for this. So the reason why I wanted Dark Bribe at 3 is because I really wanted to be able to draw into Dark Bribe first turn. A really good first turn hand is 2 Metal Foes monsters, the field play spell card, and Moon Mirror Shield. But that still leaves 1 last card that you could get to your hand potentially. And whenever you run a card at 3, it increases your chances of getting that card whenever you draw. Oh, wow. When you talk too long on Dueling Book, so Dueling Book just gets tired of you. It increases your likelihood of drawing that card. So I really think, along with all the cards needed for setup, if I also draw Dark Bribe first turn, I'm really well set. Because if my opponent plays that Twin Twisters on their first turn, I Dark Bribe it, negates and destroys. Sure, they draw another card, but it's probably not another copy of Twin Twisters. So you're solid, at least for another turn. So that's why I increased Dark Bribe up to 3, but lowered Mystical Space Typhoon down by 1. Ooh, right now we're just logging back in. Heard that the ban list changed up. Luckily, the ban list didn't hit any of the Metal Foes stuff that I run, And I'm not surprised that none of the Metal Flow stuff got hit. Only things that I could see getting hit that I run might be Painful Decision and Unexpected Die. I've been noticing these cards pop up in a lot of these new Link decks that are out. And because a lot of them are inside of these Link decks that people are playing on Dueling Book and is being used so much in order to push links and make linking easier, maybe it would be hit. I don't think they're like pinnacle to links or anything, or that they make links broken, but because they're still relevant cards for the new format and more people are going to run them, normally when things start becoming staple-ish, they will get banned or limited. But one of my friends who is a Yu-Gi-Oh judge, he's really solid about the idea that if it brings cards to your hand, like if it's a terraforming type card, where it just thins your deck, that it shouldn't be banned. Because if you feel like people are running terraforming too much to get out a specific field play spell card, then what really needs to be hit isn't terraforming, it's whatever that other card is. And that's fair. Like, I understand where he's coming from there. So I'm going to jump in. And, because I already looked at his message and then we had the whole disconnect thing, I can't just straight message him now. But that's perfectly fine, because what I can do is I can jump back, go into like my profile, and then send a message. Ooh, and let me look back at Google Hangouts real quick. 0 viewers. Yeah, that's normally the regs. So checking on friends, and it doesn't look like anyone's online now. It might be just showing me the time since the last time they messaged me and not whether or not they're online. So what I'll do is I'll look at, how do I look at that? Which one of my friends are actively online, or which of my friends are actively online? See if any of them are available to duel. Because I do try and make friends as I do this live stream, but it would be nice to not only make friends over the live stream, but also to have these friends come back on and hang out and things like that and duel with them. I feel like they deserve a certain priority, considering. So is it possible for me to set it to just users who you are already friends with? There seem to be many filters here, but none of these filters seem to be like friends as a filter. So wonk wonk. It's interesting that social media is a way for you to search. That means that I could find other YouTubers specifically to contact. So I can hit up search and it'll show me only other YouTubers who are online. That's interesting. We may be able to play around with this some too, and just face specifically YouTubers. Yeah, that'd actually be a good way for me to find more people to collaborate with and things like that. So I think one thing that I should do before I get really deep into it is do what I did the other day and post that I'm getting ready to live stream. So, well, I'm already live streaming. Live streaming on YouTube. Looking for friends and fun. Yeah, people will normally ask you for the link of the live stream, I just realized. So the fact that I didn't just put the link in to skip the fact that people are going to ask, Seems kind of weird. So I'll reply to my own post. Feel free to watch or challenge me to a duel, or even both. Screen sniping is welcome. I actually don't mind the whole reverse Pegasus angle that I take. If I had a permanent URL for my live stream, I could put it on my profile, and that'd be interesting. Ooh. So got another reply. So I'll say, Kibo. Ooh. I am nickabenson, aka Jet Black. I am here for friends, fun, and epic duels. This is a good way for me to not only advertise the live stream, but also to find more people who are interested in live streaming with me and battling, because I do want to see more regular faces as well as new faces on the live stream. The live stream a lot of times now has been, well, let's do the same kind of duel thing that we do again. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with continually seeing new players. Like, that's really cool. But there are certain things that I would like to see more of. Like, I'd like to see return players, so people I've played before coming back for more friendly duels. Like a friendly rival would be really nice too. That would definitely keep it interesting. Mirror matches would be interesting too. I really doubt someone else would be playing it, or even just a similar type of deck would be fascinating. I don't really play against the meta, and I'm not a big fan of playing against the meta over and over and over again. So I would really like to see more out-of-the-box decks to go up against. I feel like that would be really fun. Checking back at the live stream, currently have 2 viewers. Hey guys, how's it going? Feel free to message me on Dueling Book or in the group chat. I'll try and go back and forth. I'm not sure if Google will ping me when you guys message. I don't know how it works. But I really like interacting with you guys and after interacting with the people I'm dueling with. I find it rather interesting. So what I need to do now is jump into the duel room. Doesn't look like I'm getting a lot of replies or anything to the message that I put up. Looks like Vera Reader is looking for Nick. But is it this Nick or someone else? I doubt it, because they didn't send me like a message on Dueling Book. That's right, guys. It's that part of the live stream where I jump in and get ready to duel. I capitalize fun because I have an emphasis on fun. Yeah, so now it's kind of like fishing from this point on. Just waiting for a good, worthy opponent to come up against my horrible Metal Foes deck. There we go. Doom doom. Kirby Ultrastar, welcome to the live stream. Doom 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 doom. Always like to say good luck, have fun, and also say you are on the live stream. Hit him up. He knew that I like to go for paper a lot. I don't know why. Do I assume that everyone's going to play rock? Let's see. So now they get to pick who goes first or second. I'm going to already say sorry about the lag, because there's a lot of lag. They let me go first. I'm excited. Okay. Ooh. I hope we have a fun duel. Jump in now. Main phase 1. We're going to start with something very simple. Oh, yeah, I love fun decks, dude. Fun decks are the best. Ooh. Do you have any hand responses? Yeah, I always like to ask that before I jump into doing stuff. Ooh. Chance decks are pretty neat. I ran one back in the day. Yeah. Like hand traps. I want to know if you can... Okay, so he doesn't have any responses. That's good to know, because that means I can just kind of jump in. I'm going to activate Metamorphmation. I was able to get one part without being able to get the other, sadly. And this always happens. So I got 2 parts of the combo. Then I'm going to normal summon Gold Driver. Thinking about playing Painful Decision. But right now, it's not necessary. It's not bad to have a card in your hand that your opponent just doesn't know about. Maybe I run hand traps. You know. That being said, I normally do like to get those thinner cards out of the way so that I can thin my deck further. Ooh, Ancient Gears, I believe. Gear Town. Both players can normal summon Ancient Gear monsters for 1 less tribute. When this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 Ancient Gear monster from your hand or deck. He played this guy, appropriate effects if you normal summon and tribute monsters. Then he played this, equipped only to an Ancient Gear monster at the end of the damage step. If the equipped monster battle was still on the field. I've missed any way that I'd be able to do some kind of trigger. So I'm just going to take that hit. So my guy is only at 22. I'll send him to the extra deck face up because he is a pendulum monster, and I will take 100 damage because the field play spell card makes me stronger than just 1900. Oop. My turn begins. I was able to get Silverid onto the field. Okay, so if I play Silverid into my Pendulum Zone, it'll allow me to get Gold Driver back out, and when I do, I'll be able to continually Pendulum Summon. So that's nice. At the end of the damage step, if the equipped monster battle monster and is still on the field, destroy the monster battle. Luckily, my monsters are immune to that. So now I'll activate left. So Silvered is now there. Then, with Silvered activated left, I'll Pendulum Summon 1. Oop, he had a call out against Obelisk the Tormentor. We'll see who's stronger. Well, it's not like I'm running an Obelisk. Now, that would have been an interesting twist for him. And I will special summon him in defense position through Pendulum Summoning. I want to read his monster really quick. Oh, he didn't tribute any monsters to get any additional special effects. The gadget cards are a part of the whole Ancient Gear thing. I saw someone running gadgets once. I didn't understand what they were doing. The deck just seemed weird. But yeah, I waited too long to try on Solemn, his 2300 guy. That being said, 2300 isn't that big of a jump. Like, it's not like an ultra powerful monster. So he played an 1800 guy. And I could try and Solomon. Oh no, I hate his damage step thing. I would rather yeah, yeah, that sucks. I don't like Gear Knight's damage step thing. So what am I gonna do next turn? Right now it seems like I'm really waiting for Moon Mirror Shield. And if I don't get it, I'm gonna be slightly hosed. Don't know why he attacked with his biggest guy first. Now I'll wait for him to make his next attack. $2,400. I'm so confused. Does he like gain attack from something? Is it this? Equip only to an ancient gear monster, gains 600 attack when this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard and click 600 points. Didn't you just swing with the attack with the 1800 guy? Well, 1800 plus 600 or whatever. Yeah. Do you have piercing or something like that? He attacked with Chimera first. Okay. Do you have piercing? Even so, that math wouldn't be right. Yeah, I don't understand. Seems like he would just attack my defense position monster. Yeah, he didn't tribute any of those cards to get him. My monster was in defense position, so I shouldn't take damage from him. Yeah. Oh! You already attacked with the other guy. Sorry. I guess I just didn't see it. Okay, cool. Yeah. 2,400. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. It's kind of interesting, his deck, because it also uses equip cards. So now I have Dark Bribe, which isn't very useful for right now. Excuse me. Standby phase. Main phase 1. It'll be useful, I believe, next turn. Maybe. My opponent does like to activate equip spell cards, so maybe I'll be able to make one of his equip spell cards not go off. If I play Painful Decision, I'll be able to get a second blocker on the field. So that would be interesting. I might just decide to do that. So I'll activate Painful Decision and say response. Nope. Okay. This will allow me to send a copy of Gold Driver to the graveyard and then pull a copy of Gold Driver to my hand. So I would have moved all the Gold Drivers around. With this move, I'll be able to XYZ into something, which goes against the point of the deck, if I'm being honest. Also, I need to make sure that I'm not completely out of Gold Drivers. I'm pretty sure I'm running 3. Yeah, that was a weird thing to check for, but hey, you don't want to mess up. So send him to grave, pop, then scroll down, send Gold Driver to hand. All right. Now I should be able to pinned 1, then normal summon 1, XYZ summon like Utopia the Lightning or something. Because right now I just can't hit over anything that he has. But I would be able to with something like Utopia. So I'll pinned 1. Then as I'm looking at my extra deck to pendulum summon, I'll also look at my monsters. Would it be better for me to go into Utopia or into Arc? I think the best one is Utopia the Lightning, I imagine. I'll special summon him in defense position just in case something happens. So I'll special summon Gold Driver into defense. Response. Then if he has nothing to respond to there, well, he has nothing active on the field. So it's kind of weird for me to keep saying response if he actually doesn't have anything. Cool. Also, he's not getting any bonuses from the field, is he? Nah, not that I can actually tell. You equip monster, battle monster, and it's still on the field. Destroy the monster battled. Equip only to an HG monster and get 600 attack when this card is destroyed into the graveyard. Inflict 600 to your opponent. Okay, now I'll normal summon Gold Driver. Gold Driver is normal summoned. Now I can overlay. Now with that, I can get even stronger with Utopia the Lightning. But only if my extra deck actually responds. And the battle wages on as nothing happens. Here we go. View. I'll overlay Utopia. I'll say XYZ Utopia. Response. Because if he can stop Utopia, I shouldn't go any further. Nope. Utopia Prime. Response. Utopia the lightning. Response. He's saying Prime needs 3 monsters. Ooh. I will copy the part of the text that says you can also XY summon this card by using number 39 you control as an XYZ material. And I will paste that in. That text is from Prime. I pulled it right off the Prime's card, as you guys can see on the live stream. Here's Prime. Read the text right under that. So like right below that. Right, just right under it. It's literally like the next line. Okay. Oh, it lagged on me. I thought I had already added him. One moment. And that explains why my extra deck says I still have 13 monsters in it. Yeah, that's why I said XYZ Utopia earlier in the chat and then asked for a response. So overlay Utopia. There we go. Then banish lightning real quick. Then jump into my banished. Gosh, there's actually a lot more than it needs to be. Then click overlay. Ooh. I think we should be good now. Am I right? I'm not sure. Yeah. Because he could just point out something else that like I haven't noticed. This is link format. So extra deck monsters go to the extra deck monster zone. Essentially, if you don't run link, yeah, there you go. He already gets the idea. I was about to explain a little bit deeper, but it's not needed. So, which monster is your strongest? And how much attack does that monster have? 2,400, if I believe. And it'll take 700 damage from me destroying it too. So I'll enter my battle phase. I don't need to overkill it and swing for like 5,000, which is a ridiculous thing that Utopia is capable of doing. Ooh, crap. Dang it. I keep lag misclicking. Oh, it inflicts 600 to me. Oop, figures. Okay, cool. I'll take 600. You'll take 100. Due to the fact that 2,500 is 100 more than 2,400. Unless there's an ability on the field that I'm not paying attention to. Okay, cool. So there we go. Then I have no cards in hand. But I can stop a next large summon if he makes one. It's too bad I don't have Moon Mirror Shield yet. He has the ability to double his attack by detaching materials. He doesn't negate attacks like the regular Utopia. So his thing says, at the end of the damage step, if the equipped monster battled a monster and is still on the field, destroy the monster it battled. That only works if his equipped monster is still on the field somehow. It essentially stops things that normally aren't destroyed by battle, that you're stronger than. Like, he could destroy Mosh Milan with Ancient Gear Fist. So now he's jumping in, and if he summons something where I'm like, oh dang, he went a little too hard with that summon, then I'll Solemn. And if he plays a spell card that would threaten my potential board state, then I'll Dark Bribe. So he tributed his monster for 2,700 monster, and I will Solemn it. I'm kind of slow with the things. Oh, I can't use anything. Oh, okay. Not even monster effects? Question mark? Because if I can use monster effects, this card battles an opponent's monster while this card has. Yeah, then I can just become. Never mind, you can use that. Oh, wait. So Solemn worked? Oh, okay. Cool. Then I'll pay a good chunk of change. I don't really know what I want. Volflame would be cool. I'd hit for a lot. Wow, I got Volflame. That that just felt like a weird coincidence. Pinned one. Pendulum summon Volflame to the field. I go into battle phase. I'll attack directly for 2400. I attacked with Volflame, but whatever. He's at 2700. There we go. And now I'll attack directly with Utopia. There we go. So I have a short life point lead of about 200 life points. In phase, in turn. And Volflame is immune to his card effects. Also, if you play as a spell or trap card, that would be an issue for Utopia. I have Dark Bribe. Or one that would be an issue for Volflame, either way. His effect, if this card is normal special summon, add one Ancient Gear card from your deck to your hand except Ancient Gear Wyvern. Also, you cannot set cards for the rest of this turn. That's good to know. I'll make sure to remember that. You can only use this effect of, whatchamacallit? You can only use this effect of Wyvern once per turn. You said effect again. What was the second effect? Yeah, when he said effect again, I was like, what? Yeah, because I'm still reading it. Also, you can't set cards for the rest of the turn. If this card is added from your deck to your graveyard hand, except by drawing it, you can add one. Oh, cool. It was a hand effect. I was almost pretty confused. No, it's not almost. I was pretty confused. Standby phase. Main phase 1. I think I got this. I think I'll actually just win this turn. But you never know. Battle phase. Utopia is going to use his effect when he attacks. Did something just happen? Did he like send something to the graveyard or something? So I'm going to attack. Then I'm going to detach one. Then I'm going to detach the other. Can't tell if he used an effect or something. I actually had a good amount of fun. Feel free to friend me. I had a lot of fun. In the end, Utopia did a lot of heavy lifting, but he wasn't alone. The metal foe stuck by him. Thank you for an exciting duel, and I hope to face you again in the future. And I spelt again wrong, but he's already gone, so everything worked out. I should have, before I went in, to quickly accept his friend request, see if I would have drawn into another one of the pieces like Moon Mirror Shield. There are a few things I do need to make sure that I do tonight. I need to start working on a series of stories that I'm writing for Fiverr. So that'll be exciting. Oh, cool, I got a message. Oh, sweet. I'll host a duel. Nice. This is exactly what I was talking about earlier. How it'll be nice to face the same opponent multiple times. Like, now he gets to do a comeback duel against my deck. Ooh. I'll call it Hello Kirby. At first I was going to call it Come On Kirby. It had a ring to it, but it also sounded weird. Ooh, also, hello, one viewer. Good to meet you. And here's Kirby. Ooh, jumping in. Dun, 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 dun. Last time on Dueling Book. Dun, 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 dun. He picked scissors last time. I'm imagining that you like to do the same thing a lot. Oh, he was ready. What a read. You know, if I was betting on him doing the same thing a lot, then what I should have done was play scissors. Worst case scenario, we match. He says this isn't the luck-based one. Interesting. So my current issue is that I have 2 metal foes and like nothing else. So I can't protect them necessarily. Like, the best thing I can do is to negate an opponent's monster summon. One thing I can do, like definitively, does this deck have hand traps? Well, out of curiosity's sake. Since it is a different deck, like, he may have a response this time. He's like, I actually have a group about weird decks. Nope. Cool. Let's see. Unexpected die. Painful decision. I need to figure out what I'm going to do with this play. I'm glad that stealing is an 8 scale. It sucks to send Gold Driver, but I think this actually will be kind of cool. It'll allow me to get... Actually, I don't want to activate Gold Driver as a scale. Not when I have Painful Decision. I can use Painful Decision to get Steal out, and then use Steal as a scale. Then use Unexpected Die in order to get out a Gold Driver. Cool. Then this should be an exciting duel. Because I have none of the pieces out, it might be worthy to go into Utopia this first turn, even though Utopia isn't the win con for the deck. Considering that this deck, based on what he says, should be more threatening. He or she should be more threatening than the last. So, I'll send Silver to the graveyard in order to bring a copy of Silver to the hand. Then, almost there. There we go. Now that a copy of Silver is to the hand, Painful Decision goes to the grave. Now, I'll send Silvered to activate the left scale. Then, I'll play Unexpected Die. If I control no monsters, I can special summon one level 4 or lower. Oh, he loves the flavor text. I actually haven't looked at it. Sizzling soldier on a silver sublight speed jet. Can't track her. Can't see her. Can't escape that light speed laser. That is pretty cool. I hadn't read it before. The gleaming golden buggy. The gleaming golden buggy breaks good guy. Wow. Oh my gosh, all of them are like tongue twisters. The gleaming golden buggy breaks bad guys good. What wonderful wheels with a bumbling buffoon. Are they all tongue twisters? Cool iron bodies meet burning metal machines and man/machine combine. Burn up the soul. Metal foes fusion. Stealing isn't really. It tries. Cool iron bodies meet burning metal machines and man/machine combine. Burn up the soul. Metal foes fusion. Anyways, Unexpected Die. And they're not even like really bad tongue twisters, but you can kind of see what they're going on. Ooh. Using Unexpected Die, I can get out another gold driver. Special summoning to the field isn't something that I can just straight up do. Oh, wait. I clicked the wrong thing. I was trying to figure out why that was being so weird. I meant to click gold driver. I was wondering, like, why wouldn't it just let me grab it? There we go. Whoop. Now, I'll normal summon. Now, with 2 level 4 monsters on my field, it's time to X, Y, Z. I'll need to be careful, because Utopia is not immune to my opponent's card effects. Ooh. I need to make sure to get Utopia first. I almost did it again without it being like a lag thing where I thought I had gotten it. Utopia. Prime. And Lightning. Nope. Instead of saying the actually thing where I go, actually, my deck's not built around Lightning, I'm just going to say, I still believe in you. You do have a chance. Ooh. In phase, in turn. You know, I almost put Metal Foes into the title of this video, but I felt like it was weird because I play Metal Foes a lot, so why would I put in the title of this one and not any of the other ones? But it would have been really interesting because Utopia is like in all of this. He said, I will with this card. Dang, that's kind of scary. Maybe he's trying to go for an intimidation play. Maybe I'll attack it and it'll be Maneater Bug. And I'll just die instantly. What if I had solemned it? What if I had just been like, nah. But yeah, I always attack. Because you never know. Oh, goodness. After damage calculation, if this card was attacked and was face down at the start of the damage step, the attacking player takes 1,000 damage. I'll be honest, I didn't see that coming. Even with the normal Metal Foes deck, I don't think I have a legit way to stop Marshmallow. Solemn might have actually been a good play that I just missed. This is going to be interesting. So he played a spell card, but I don't have Dark Bribe, so I can't stop it. Increase defense of all monsters on your side of the field by 300 points. So it now has 800 defense. After damage calculation, if this card was attacked and was face down at the start of the damage step, the attacking player takes 1,000 damage. I would play Dark Bribe, but I'd rather not. I can't destroy his Marshmallow. Like, I actually can't. I didn't destroy it upon summon, which is what I should have done. But I assumed it was actually just a chump blocker. Man, that's crazy. I actually really should have taken care of this. And Utopia doesn't have some, like, random ability that would help me. This card battles your opponent cannot activate cards or effects until the end of the damage step. Cannot activate cards or abilities until the end of the damage step. And then it does wait until after damage calculation. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I actually can do against it. The metal foes allow me to pop a face-up thing I control, but not a face-up thing he controls. That would make metal foes pretty powerful. Great. Now I don't know what his face down is. Why wouldn't I put Dark Bribe down? Considering, you know, its ability to possibly stop this. See, now I have no idea what he's about to do. Oh, Wolflame. I couldn't even figure out that I had gained another thing. I'll set Dark Bribe in my main phase. I should be able to use it to stop something. Pinned one. That's right. It's your boy. Wolflame. Roasting red rockets boost its blazing bright blast burners to liquefied lava levels. Why? Why is this made? A vanquisher of the vanisher. It's a pretty strong board. A board like this is what won me the last game. A board like this actually can't do anything. Yeah, even my indestruct, like my real play, like the point of this deck, can't stop Marshmallow. I filled up my spell and trap cards in. See, that's what I thought would happen. Now my spell and trap card zone is full because I was waiting on him to play a spell or trap card. I know what I can do. Jump right into your battle phase, fam. We got this. We're going to attack Marshmallow with both our guys and hope that he has like magic cylinder or something down on the field. Because I want to get Moon Mirror Shield out. I guess is my main thing. He's not going to do it. He's not going to activate the trap card. To know what your set card was. I thought maybe it was like an attack-based trigger or something. I know for one thing he's not running like Final Countdown. Imagine Marshmallow Final Countdown. Now you just have Moon Mirror Shield. Now it's literally like, dang, if only I could play Moon Mirror Shield. Still nope. Dang. The battle continues. My deck is just actually not prepared for Marshmallow. And it's so weird because I had a Solemn. So I didn't Solemn as Marshmallow. Because I don't know, maybe I thought it was just a joke. Maybe the legend wouldn't be true. But he was right. He did not bluff when he was like, oh, make it with this card. Like that card went too hard. That shit hit the field. It fucked up my whole day. We got 2 Watchers on Dueling Book. His hand's getting too big. Why does he have so much defense? The true nature of this wizard who rules all water, it defends itself with a vast impenetrable wall of ice. Now I'm actually legitimately upset. I have all the cards I need to make my play, but I filled up my bottom board. Sounds like a jet move, not gonna lie. So I can't do my play, but my play wouldn't help me anyways, which is also kind of funny. What is his master plan? Enter battle phase. And I hope that you spring a spell or trap card. No, I filled up my board. Filled up my board too soon. And the first trap card I got was the best trap card. I didn't play it. I was so not ready for him to be telling the truth. I have the play in my hands. It's so beautiful. He played a spell card. I don't give a fuck what it is. I'm dark bribing it. Now Dark Bribe can go to the grave. So his whole point is to get that specific spell card that we saw onto the field. So what did it say? If the defense of the defense position monster on your side of the field is higher than the attacking monster on your opponent's side of the field, destroy the attacking monster. Does he have a card that can force me to attack? That would be fascinating. I should have solemned. The other one is friggin' Marshmallow too. It could just be a high defense position monster. Seems like that's the play. And Marshmallow's just like the best chump blocker. I guess it just occurred to me he never saw Moon Mirror Shield last game. So he doesn't know that Moon Mirror Shield is the strat. Also because he just doesn't watch the live stream. So he just doesn't know that like it's about to get real. The board set up nice and tight. Or at least it's getting there. I'll type in a response and then I'll check Hangouts. 0 viewers. Whoop, no response there. Okay, so far so good. If I don't play Hidden Armory now, I probably just won't get to play Hidden Armory. Response. Cool. On mill. It was another copy of Terraforming. Moon Mirror Shield comes to hand. Now I have 2 Moon Mirror Shields in my hand. I love the art of the Moon Mirror Shield. I keep wanting to call it like Gold Mirror Shield, considering it has like almost nothing to do with the moon. Because, oh, the moon is like right above it and it reflects it. I actually never looked to that big like hole in the ceiling response. Also, I equip it to Vol Flame. This is the strat of my deck. Vol Flame is stronger than everything and unaffected by card effects. It's a pretty powerful combo. Yeah, I suddenly started playing, well, not playing, but hearing the rock music in the background. Without Marshmallow, it would wreck my everything. So true. Mellow is amazing. Well, it's Marshmallow. But anyways, it's time to fight. Why is Marshmallow so good? Find out next time on I should have just taken the hit. I attack your face down. During each of your opponent's standby phase, your opponent draws 1 card. This card must be in face-up defense position to activate and resolve this effect. Wow. Dude, that would have been great. Just drawn for no reason. In phase. In turn. I can't attack directly, and I don't have piercing. I have no idea how I actually stop Marshmallow with my deck. That being said, it seems like his main strat can't go off, and my main strat can't go off. So no one's main strat goes off. He hit me with that life point deficit, though, of 1,000. Oh, dang, it's already my turn. Scissor. Defender would have been 3,500 defense, and it wouldn't have mattered. Main phase 1. Dang, nothing will go into attack position. So Storming Mirror Force is useless. Solemn Warning would have been the best play of the whole game. There's no reason for me to attack Marshmallow now. Oh, I should have done it with Volflame. Because at least then if you attack with Volflame, you would have seen, like, if he activated a trap, what it would have been. If he destroys Utopia, I don't care. Why would you ever set ancient rules? I don't care how strong Millennium Shield is. These decks were made to fight against each other. This actually is like an immovable object scenario. If only I dealt piercing damage. A famous shield said to belong to an ancient Egyptian pharaoh. Legend tells of its power to block any strong attack. Couldn't block that one. Gosh. I don't need to underestimate how strong Marshmallow's defense might be. 1,000? 1,300. This is amazing. It's like our decks were built to face each other. Oh gosh. I like how he said, I have to hope you can't destroy Marshmallow. What's so bad is that, like, he's totally right. Oh my gosh. Because my deck is based on thinning. My deck's gonna thin before his, and I'm gonna lose by deck out. Oh my goodness. And it's like, does my deck have removal? Yes, actually. What would I need to play? Dang it, I already used 2 level 4s. But what I needed was a monster that could suicide and kill Marshmallow. I just went for the wrong rank 4. I like how he said this right here is what this deck is about. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. He's not gonna swing. Storming is just horrible. I could psalm him the next time he summons something. Battle phase. I attack your face down cart with Volflame. Is it the next Marshmallow? I can see how that would be a great monster. Oh my goodness, stop the madness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or max 7. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Metal foes effect. That's not what you say. You say pinned effect. Well, hold on. Before I do that, I have one more silver left. I can't. As I can't make that play. I can't make the play because I don't have any Metal Foes spell or trap cards in my deck. So I can't blow him up. If I could blow him up, I could have gotten like a second Wolf Flame out or something. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7. This duel is interesting on so many levels. Please do something. Speaking of levels, I was going to destroy one of the pendulums. He's still not going to activate those other shits. I have no, yeah. Oh, I forgot I have to discard. He's right. Fuck. I was going to do a play, but my field is full. It's not even a stalemate. I'm running out of cards. Cards at a faster rate. How am I going to do anything? Every play is the same play. I like how my brain said, next time he plays a card, is a card Solomon. Hit yourself for like 2,000, but just stop the summon, please. If he hits me with a second Marshmallow, okay, sure. Maybe his next summon will be Marshmallow. Ah, damn it. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I just discarded. Gosh. This is an amazing game. It's just a constant flurry of nothing happening. He's beating me by four cards right now. He said, "Y'all ready for this?" Oh no. As in, like, ready for him to just put on another card. I'm getting ready, dude. This is like the most interesting field I've had, because the game has been able to go for this long. So is this the second Marshmallow? Yeah, fuck that guy, dude. Song. When you say solemn and he responds, I'm still happy. It takes you a moment to be like, gosh, unexpected die. It's just dead. Now, this is an important question. Is cannot be destroyed by battle a continuous effect, or does it activate every time it would be destroyed? If it activates every time it would be destroyed, I can play Recall and get rid of Marshmallow. If, however, it's just cannot be destroyed by battle straight, and it's a continuous, then I'm screwed over. Pretty sure it's continuous in my mind. Yeah. I was just wondering if he was going to do a house rules thing. House rules plays are interesting. Main phase 2. Because now I can just start playing things that I couldn't play before. So I'll activate MST. To destroy Storming the Air Force. Is getting in my way. Now I just have more field to play with. Now I'll activate Summoner's Art. Response. Ooh, this is going to be a pretty killer game. Yeah, buddy. Let's look at the 13 cards remaining in my deck now. And think about if there's any hope at all to kill Marshmallow. Oh my gosh. He's like, that speeds up my stall. It's like, you're not wrong. But if I'm going out with a huge field. Because I actually think there's no way for me to stop your Marshmallow, except if I had stopped it at the very beginning with Solemn, which I had at the very beginning, and then didn't play. Yeah, because this deck doesn't run like Raigeki or anything like that. It would only work if I had another level 4 monster. And I don't. And even then, Utopia is in the way. Ooh. Pinned 1. I want to special summon it to the other side, but I I guess the game was like, it doesn't matter. Ooh, a response. When you get the amazing board that loses you the game. Yeah, I win games with like way less than this. All I had to do was solve this thing at the beginning or summon something that wasn't Utopia. Pinned one. No, stop. Misclicked. Gosh, that's annoying. Misclicked. So essentially what happens is every time the menu for Volflame comes up and then you scroll over the menu for Volflame, it hits the menu for Silvered. So every time you hit the menu for Silvered, you end up doing something random to Silvered. Ew. There's no option to just send it back to the pendulum zone. So I'll put it here. And then I click to spell and trap. There we go. Ooh, finally. I currently control 6 monsters. That used to be impossible. I need skill drain. I need skill drain so bad. I gotta take a screenshot of this. This board state is immaculate. We are about to find out. Stay tuned. Does Jet have any way of winning? No, he doesn't. He said, oh crap. He assumes that something cool is gonna happen. I'm sorry. I kind of just got your hopes up, dude. It would be amazing if all this was like build up to something great. That milling of dark bribe made me incredibly sad. I could feel the will to live drain from my body. So you're saying stealing actually is useless? If I had shooting star bow, I could have won. If I had solemned marshmallow the first time, I could have won. I kind of thought you were bluffing. I like how he said, now you're completely stuck. And it's like, and you're not lying. When he says, now you're completely stuck, because he doesn't understand that there was no hope. Here lies Utopia, the card that doesn't inflict piercing damage. Dude, if this was my Chaos Max deck, I would have done significantly better. When you're just sitting here and you're like, what kind of shit is this? We're just waiting for me to run out of cards. One marshmallow has shut down my entire deck. I have a 3,000 life point deficit. My deck has answers. My deck has so many answers. I'm not wasting my back row yet. It's not a waste. I have so much attack on the board. And most of it's immune to card effects. Yo, what the fuck is that? Pyramid energy. Flashback, dude, like heavy flashback. Back to when I read that Beverly Rubik paper on pyramid energy when we were really searching the Yu-Gi-Oh card. Darkle. Raigeki. Well, Raigeki wouldn't be back. Shit, neither would Darkle. It wouldn't do anything. We essentially have just trolled each other to sit here for an incredibly long amount of time. Marshmallow is so weak. He's so weak. But none of our attacks mean anything. I want him to do something, him or her, late in the game that just cost them the whole game. Something weird, like, and now that I have all the cards from a big matchup, I'm gonna do this. And they just do this big thing that does like actually nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I win for like no reason. It would be a crazy mix-up play because right now, essentially, I'm just like, man, look at this board. Look at this. Any other situation, I would probably win board. Look at this. If I had Solemn Warning, I would have probably gotten board. When all your metal foes are swinging for 1400 attack. But there is no 1400 attack metal foe. Not level limit. I'm thinking about gravity bind? Or am I thinking about level limit area? I don't know. It's not until end phase. I guess this is the best rival deck. Like for him to have. It's the equivalent of saying with your best board you can possibly make with your deck, you can't beat me. You could run gravity bind. Is that really how Phil play spell cards work? I forgot to discard, didn't I? Or did I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sure did. I have 2 cards left in my deck. This is my deck at its best. And your deck is so much better. I have no defense against this. Except Solemn. And maybe Recall. And Diamond Direwolf. And Diamond Direwolf. And Castell. I jumped the gun with Utopia. First mistake. Second mistake was not Solomon Marshmallow. I forgot to discard again, dude. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just making sure. Oh, then I guess I actually did remember to discard. I just did my discard for turn early. My first mistake was playing Utopia so early. My second mistake was not Solomon your Marshmallow. He says now he'll waste back row. I'm actually excited. Let's go. He's triggering everything. You may activate this card when your opponent declares an attack. Select one face-up monster on your side of the field during this turn. Your opponent can only designate the selected monster as an attack target, and your opponent must attack the selected monster with all the monsters you have on the field. Oh my gosh. Let's rid of this one. Select one. Just face a defense position monster you control. Its defense becomes double its original offense. Its original defense. So it's 1,000, 15, 18. So double original is 1,000. Oh yeah, he's pretty big. Yeah. Kind of hurts that strat, though. So his deck is about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Unexpected die. Woo. That was a long haul game. That was an incredible victory. Rematch. Let's go. I'm actually ready. I want to see if I can beat this deck. I know what to expect. Ah, dang. Ooh. Awesome. I am excited. Ooh. Have a great night. Thank you again for another great duel. Who knows? Who knows? Might be an epic brawl. Just like this one. Well, good night. Okay, guys. Woo. This has been an incredibly long stretch on the live stream, my friends. And oh my goodness. So we know that we can beat Exode Master of the Guard. Which it looks like he's very similar to Exodia. He's like the Exodia of blocking things. And things. That's pretty incredible. So I have a rival now. Someone whose deck can literally beat every card that I have in my deck. So I'm going to have to step my game up. Probably add Shooting Starbow to the deck. Like one copy. And drop maybe like Recall or something. For like one Shooting Starbow. And then that way I can really face off against him. But yeah, glad that we have someone who is planning to come back onto the show for me to duel. Someone whose deck actually stopped me, even with me being able to play every card I had in my deck. I know that I have possible answers around his cards, and I know that I should be able to beat him. So there's definitely that element there. But this episode clearly shows that even though I have the ability to beat him, doesn't mean that I will. And I think that adds an additional level of intrigue. So tell me what you guys think in the comments below. It is pretty late, even for late night gamer. Well, late night lamer. So it looks like I'm going to hit the hay. Today's episode had 1 win and 1 loss. So looks like me and Kirby will have to have a tiebreaker at some point. So stay tuned for that. And thank you. If you like this video, please like this video. Subscribe and make sure to hit that bell so you'll know when the next live stream hits. This is Jet Black, logging out.